Hey there YouTube, it's Chris Bottrell from Chris Bottrell Photography here. I wanted to do a quick Adobe After Effects tutorial for you to recreate this. I was asked by a client recently if I could do something similar to this, and I was thinking about buying the template, and then I thought to myself, well, why bother, because it's actually very, very straightforward to make yourself. So here we go. Just a quick note, you will need Adobe After Effects CS6 to do this using the ray traced renderer way, which I'm doing. You can do it in older versions of After Effects, but you'll need to make many 3D layers and do fake shadows and shit, and it's just a total pain in the arse. So might as well do it this way. So we'll go composition, new composition. We'll make it 20 seconds long. If you go to advanced, by default you've got classic 3D, but you want to choose ray trace 3D. Go into the options and turn the quality down to about 3, because it will slow your computer down like an absolute bitch, and we don't want that. We will turn it up again for preview purposes, but at the moment, while we're putting our composition together, we will leave it down low. So let's go to layer new solid to get a background. We'll make that comp size, choose OK. Onto our effects and presets, type in ramp, and we'll just drag our ramp onto our background. We'll change that from linear to radial, and let's move our ramp down to halfway, which is roughly 540 pixels. We'll have start of our ramp light grey, end of our ramp slightly darker grey. And we'll just feather out our centre ever so slightly, like so. Actually, I think I'm going to make that slightly darker. That looks cool to me. Right, now what you need to do is you need to make this a 3D layer and scale it up some, probably about 160% is probably about right. Start on our text. So I'm going to write in 3D logo tutorial. Whoops. Can't spell. Oops. Move the background there. Didn't want to move the background. And capitals would be nice, like so. I'm not a big fan of Arial rounded, so let's change that to something a bit nicer. Let's try, what should we go for? Let's go for a RAS light italic. I quite like that. Okay, actually, maybe shall I go for the bolder version? It is good for the bolder version for this one. Okay, and like in the demo video, you can, change your 3D to whatever colour you want. I don't know, there's just kind of a shitty orange looking colour. And then make your text 3D. It will go behind your background, but if you just drag it in Z space forward a tad, hey, it comes out. So on your text, now you want to go to geometry options, and you want to extrude your text by 15, like so. And to make sure that your text is on the right position, if you go to your top view, you can actually see it's quite a way off from the background. So just shimmy that back there, and that's cool. Next thing we need to do is go to your material options on your text and make sure accept shadows, cast shadows, that's the one, is on. Obviously we've got no lights in the scene at the moment, but that's soon going to be fixed. So let's go to layer, new, light. Spotlights work a treat with this sort of animation. Make sure you've got cast shadows on. That's important, because without that on, fuck all will happen. So there you go. Instantly, we have some slight 3D text. I'm just going to move that up. Like so. Now, in your light options, you can, if you don't like the harsh shadow, you can actually go down to the bottom and diffuse it out by about 200 roughly. It will start looking a little bit jagged at the moment. That's only because our ray trace renderer is turned down very low. And sometimes I like to turn my shadow darkness down ever so slightly as well. Now, if I, whoops, let me grab a camera. Let's go to layer, new camera. Get myself a 24mm. Seems good to me. If I grab my camera and go to my camera tool would help, and zoom in to my text and just stick it slightly on the side. As you can see, it is real 3D text. Now, just to show you the ray traced quality, if you put it from free, which is more like a draft quality, stick it up to something like 10, and as you can see, it does render quite slowly, but wait for the magic to happen. Today would be good. There you go, you actually have nice soft shadows. It looks pretty cool to me. So let's animate this. Let's go back to our ray trace settings, and I'm going to turn that way down. I say way down, boy. Like so. Let's zoom back out, straighten our camera. So what I want to do is start doing some animations. So if we keyframe a point of interest and position on our camera, I'm going to do the standard sort of scrolly, oops, pan across the text like most people do, because I'm a bit lazy, to be honest, and I really can't be bothered. So there we go, there's our 3D. Let's find a nice looking angle. I personally prefer angles a bit like this sort of angle, coming up from the bottom, from behind. And I don't want any comments on people about I like it up the behind, because I don't. I'm married. Right. There we go. So we will start there, and we'll basically go up, I don't know, 1, 2, I don't know, 6 seconds. That's probably enough to pan across. Like this. Allah. So we go up to there, like so. So obviously we pan from left to right. I know it's not exactly straight, but that will do. And then for the rest of the animation, we will zoom out, like so. Center our text. Let's put that up a bit so we don't lose the background. Like so, and it is basically as simple as that. If you want to stick maybe a bit of specularity on top of the text, you can do that. To get the shine in the material options, specular intensity, you can bung up to 100. Shininess is only on 5 at the moment, so you can bung that up quite high as well. So So you actually get a slight shine. That's probably a bit too much. Let's go back to our ray trace renderer, go to our options and whack that bitch up to 10. And obviously as the text moves, you'll get some specular hits on top of your text, which will look pretty fucking cool, to be honest. So there you go. Just remember that when you do come to your final render output, turn your ray trace renderer up to about 10, and this 20-second clip will probably take you a good 30-40 minutes on a fairly fast machine to render. So there you go. I hope you liked the tutorial. Any requests for any other tutorial, please just comment below, and I'll do my best to do them for you. Cheers. See you later.